Steve on Plot 42. 14th of Friday, the 14th of August. Fence is falling down. Let's get it sorted out. Some areas have changed, man. Same old story. I've cleared some of the pavers that was down here. I've trimmed all this best I can. Just trying to get rid of it all. So that's just the soil from weeds and rubbish that I've collected. Pom-pom now starts to find really barnweed in it. Never really had any until other people have got overgrown. Trimmed that back yesterday. You're getting there slowly on that section. Not much happening down there. I need to get some of these brambles picked. Some of them have gone. So, and some of them, there's nowhere I've got to reach them. Too far in. Might not come out alive, but I'll give it a go. Leaves, not much happening with them, just leaving them as they are. They'll just rot down. I think some of the birds have been trying to keep calling some of these. You see them resting in them when it comes sometimes. Also nothing happening on these ones, apart from the courgettes and marrow seeds that I planted. 1 minute they're not growing, the next minute taking over. That's supposed to be a courgette. Size of that. No one's going to eat that. Courgettes in here, I think, to see. I don't know. I can't remember which ones were courgettes and which ones was the marrows. So there's no on them ones. Same over here. I took some off the other day and they've grown again. Let's put in the eye. There's some courgettes there. Marrows. Courgette over there. Oh well. Get them took. And then these won't grow any bigger. Put some leeks in this year. A bit late, like, but put them in. It was a bit screwy when I put them in, but normally you dig an hole, fill it, put your leek in, fill it with water, and you just leave it. So we had that much dry weather. I've given them water once or twice, and that's about it. So I mean, they've picked up. Some of them are looking a bit scrawny, like, but they've picked up a little bit. Cabbages. These are starting to fill out a little bit. So not much. There's a lot of caterpillars everywhere. Sweet corn, that's pecked up a little bit. Some of the people's plots are almost twice the size of this. So I don't know if I'll get anything off it this year. The corns are still got plenty to go on some of these corns. But we'll see what happens. More sprouts and cabbages again in here. Need to just sort the netting out just to raise it up a little bit. Quite a few leaves on there. Some more cabbages. I can't remember if these were greyhound cabbages, but they haven't worked. Some more cabbages here. They're filling out. And some decent ones in there. Some shots pieces. That's what's the cauliflowers look like. They're just went tits up. The put them in like everything else. With all the hot weather, I tried watering them. I didn't want to water them too much. I didn't want them to rely on me watering them, but I've lost them all. So I've took them all out and just composted them. But the cabbages have come on. A few hollow leaves. So, but if I get some quick cabbages, should be alright. Onions. So it's a mixed bag this year. I don't know if there's not enough nutrients in the soil, or it's just been a rubbish year for onions. Well, the weather hasn't helped. So some of them are starting to fall down. Then they're not going to pick up. Some still packed up. Lost quite a few. So yeah. They're alright. Better than none at all. So considering there was all the same variety, so some are fatter and some aren't. Some of them are decent sized ones. There you go. And this one's knackered. You've got some decent ones there. It's in there. All little ones in there. All falling down whilst this one. That's, I think, due to the wind we had. There's potatoes in there. I never planted them. Planted them last year, and what was left over, and they've just self-seeded. May dig them out, see what happens. These are the potatoes. What someone left at home, shop bought ones. I just planted them. They need digging up. They're not going to get any better. Beetroot. Lazy start at the beginning. Perked up, and this one's gone to seed. So I don't know whether to try and save the seeds on this one. And the cat's there. So that's some shot. Some of these are quite big now. Might get away with that one. So some of them. Oh, they're all quite big. Them ones aren't too bad. A couple of small ones there. So there is some small ones, which I'll have to take them. Leave the big ones, they're going to just take ages. Oh, you have to take yourself seed. I've done quite a few pickles them. Hey Mary, ah yeah, yeah mate. Yeah, it's a lot more cat. Yeah, what are you waiting for? Onions on there. Same again, lost quite a few. Fallen down, they're the same. There's some of the ones that I've lost. So these ones are quite small and they've got bigger as you go along. But like I say, as long as I get 50% of them, I'll be happy. I'm still using last year's onions. So we haven't done too bad. So these will go into storage to dry out. I may have to buy some for a couple of weeks. So here we go. I'll put some more slabs down here for what I've got. Just try and control the weeds basically. They'll still come through. They'll still come through the back of it. But try and control it. I don't know if I did that one last time. I took the fencing down that was down there. We did it all, covered it over, so until I decide what to do. So it was a little fence across there holding a bit rhubarb, but rhubarb was slow to take off this year and it's packed up. I'm not going to take any more. I think one of the fellas, he wants some, so he's going to take some. It's near enough end of the year season for it anyway, I think, so I'm not going to take any more. What's up with you, Mary? I should come back again. Oh, what's my tea? Oh. So the plant ain't looking too bad. It's that you go from beginning of the year when there's nothing in it, then the next time you look, stuff's starting to grow, then also now it's going to start fading away. Plan is to sow some different things next year. So I'm quite chuffed that the beetroots come, some of the cabbages have come, but we'll see what happens next year. So it does help buying fresh seeds though, doesn't it? But what's happening down here? Not much is down here. Not with a polytunnel. Raspberries. I keep weeding in there best I can and trimming back. Pear tree. I've neglected the pear tree and the apple tree. I mean, some pears have come off, they've fallen off. I've had 3 or 4 of them, only because the branches snapped and it was quite hard, but still eating them. They are looking alright, but I really need to look after them a bit more than I have been doing. That's the next thing to trim back on the bush around there. I think last time I showed you, I put the wire mesh on, stop anything from falling through, but it never stops anything from walking across it, which I didn't want. So what I've had to do is put some like chicken wire on. Maybe once I start feeling that, I think I'll walk across. So touch wood, it's been alright. I did weed it the other week, took quite a bit out because the water drops quite quickly. So I said some of these plants are taking the water out anyway, and so a lot of it's evaporating. So we're getting there. The problem is, I get a lot done, then I don't come for a few days, then something else will happen, The next thing you know, cat's having a pee at the bloody thing. Then the weeds start coming back. Greenhouse. Mainly tomatoes. I think it was a bad idea putting them in pots. So it was trying it. They haven't grown as big as normal. So I mean, also they've only got what's in the pot to feed on. Feed it tomato feed, comfy, water. They're just starting to turn red, some of them. Late bloomers. I think that's the biggest one they've got so far. So, see that there. Well, I think, oh, there's that. Some orange ones in there. So they are turning, just. So, and it seems a good year on peppers this year, touch wood. Yeah, the size of that one. It's like the size of a tennis ball. Quite a few on there that looking quite decent on there. In here, some of these are coming on. Stored in them ones. But I'm not going to be short of peppers this year. So we've done alright with peppers. Just normal bell peppers. So I will buy them again. There's tomatoes in there. So I've got to give me some tomatoes yesterday. Made some tomato soup. And I made about, Captain another pea. Give me a kilo of tomatoes. Well, I know, he hasn't come yet to feed you. So there's 2 cats on here. And John at the bottom end, he's been feeding them for years now. Because they were skinny little cats. We thought they were been abandoned. Now John comes every single day, feeds them, no matter what day. So he feeds 2 of them. I think this one's Mary, the other one's Tommy. I smell Mary, eh? And he's scruffy as up. What? Hey, what are you doing? No, they're just waiting for him to turn up. In here, bit weeding, still done it through. Weeds also come from the cracks of the tiles. So I'm going to weed them and put some more tiles on, but cross them over to try and cover them over. Comfrey. So I'll wait that to finish flowering, then I'm going to dig it up and put it into the blue bin at the back and put water in it and leave it to ferment for the year, then use it next year as feed. I cheated. This privet was over here and it was getting harder and harder to cut through, so I borrowed the grass trimmer the other day, turned it on this side and I cut it. It's a bit ragged to like it, but I needed it to walk down, but by God, it's like that. I might have to pull it back a bit, but yeah, you haven't been. His missus is poorly, so can't force him to come. He's just poorly. I've tried going over with a trimmer to try and cut it down, because I think if it starts encroaching on this side, so I've got as much as I can over here. But the worst part is here, in this section here, and it's this. The barnweed is full of barnweed. It goes everywhere, like the name says. It just winds itself around things and smothers them. It also produces little flowers, which aren't too bad. But look, it's just binding itself around everything. And once it gets an hold of it, then it just spreads. So I only used to have 1 or 2 pieces on mine, and there's it in the end over there. I've just found some in my compost bin. In there. Found some in there. I found it along the path now, because it's crawling underneath. So then it's also coming from this end over here. I used to get a piece down there under control, and I used to get a piece down here, and I had it under control. And now, well, I can't see it now. You see it down there? Piece there. It's not coming from here. That one. from underneath there. From there. It's coming across, encroaching on mine. So I'm trying to control it, but fighting losing battle, I think. As long as it doesn't take a chokehold and I neglect it. And she cuts their grass and never cuts it close to the edge, so I've had to go across and cut it. So I take all mine up and cover it with carpet to control the weeds, but obviously you can't make somebody else do theirs. So the cat's doing another pee. Bloody hell. Right then, I think I waffled on a bit too much here. So there's parts like I need to sort this carpet out here because it's starting to, when it's dry, it's curling over. So anyway, I think I'll sign off. I was just taking all them towels from bottom end and bring them up the top end and get it sorted. So I think I'll leave it to it. So yes, it's getting there. So I'll catch you all later. And it's 16 minutes long. Bloody hell. Right, see you soon.